Welcome back to class. So in this section, we'll be talking about how we can rearrange everything here and customize them. So firstly, you have this section and you can see how it looks. It's your choice to decide to maybe use this section to create maybe your about content or whatever you want to put up there. And then maybe use this to display one or two information you want to display. But for mine, own choice, I think I want to maintain the structure we already have in this example we have here. Right, in this example, we have a home page. Having after our slider, we have an about explaining who we are and an image of the founder or whatever author is there, and maybe linked up to a YouTube channel. All right. So if you're watching this online, this is actually my YouTube channel here. So and we also had the section for testimonies. Then you have the section to show different services, and then the section for portfolio, then the company founders and other information you have there. So we're going to be doing a whole lot of edits there. So let's delve into our customization section. So here, we don't particularly need this section, so I'm going to do away with this part. Delete that row. I also want to delete this row. So once that is deleted, we should have this immediately after what we have here. So we want this section to come up. So what do? We have to drag it up. So to drag it up, we select the row itself and try moving up that way. I'm not releasing till I get to the point where I want to drop it. Scroll up, move down, up down till it moves. I think it has passed the first section. So I'm going to drop it first and check if I have it there. Okay, somehow it's here at the top here, but still not at the exact point where I want it to be. So two options: either I drag this one down or I move that one again up. So I'm going to select one of them and then work with it. I think I prefer moving this one up, so I'm going to just take a step again, moving up. Let's scroll up, see what I have there. Still not at the exact section. This one still needs to come down, so I'm going to just take that one down. So I want it to be here before the display here. So just be careful about the dragging because we might mess up things at this point. Whatever happens, just make sure you just go ahead and redrag them. They are all different components and you can also move them individually. So we're going to be working on this to look just like what we have in this very one, right? Similar to this anyways, exactly. So I can change this to about us, and then go ahead and put up an about story here. I'm going to maintain what we have here. You can change yours. This is directly editable, so you can type in what you want to put up there. Now the next thing is we want to change this image to something custom to us. So I'm going to select the image itself, clicking on media. Then you can see the place to either remove the file or add up a new one. So I'm going to just remove that one and then click on select file. We're going to choose a different image. You can choose the existing images we have, or if you also have your own image, I have the sample image here. You can also bring it in. Now watch this. What we have there actually was a longer image, but currently you see I'm using an image with a shorter height, just like this. So if you're also working on yours, you might also like to use something that is not too long, right? The preview is not really opening up, so I'm gonna just use this. So we see a little thing that's happening here. We actually have the image moving far up like this. So we want to see how we can set up this to maintain the size we have there. So scroll down to this point. You notice that you have a negative margin of 80. So you have minus 80 there as the margin. So if we set this back to 0 and okay it, and we can also have that image move down. Also select the page itself and see if we have that section itself to see if we have any structure set up. Now, in the section itself, we have a negative margin. Look at how we selected the section. You come to this box here, right? The section is actually this box here itself. So you see this. Once you see that any of the sides, you click on that. Go to design, and then you see a negative margin of 220. Take that out, and automatically we have our image situated right in the center of the box, just like that. Right. So that gives us this perfect alignment between the two sections we have here. All right, and that gives us this view. So you can change the image to something long if you have much content for about. You can also have a longer image so it matches the side by side view. And other things you have here, you can also go ahead and explore them to see how you can utilize them. For example, you have an overlay structure here. You can also use a rounded border, right? And then that's for the container itself. You can also work on the image directly to see the different things that you're given access to, right? If you want a YouTube background or a video background, you can also set up YouTube ID here, and then set it to autoplay or whatever you want to do with it. So for us, we don't need that here, so you can just delete this. Right. And then, secondly, we want to set up a particular link for ourselves here. So I'm going to just use my own link here, exactly. So you want someone to click this and let this redirect them to your YouTube channel. You can put up the YouTube link here directly, just as we have here. You can also choose the media type. If you don't want a video, you have an image, an embedded picture, uh, maybe a video with a placeholder, live photo, play video with light dots. So we'll just leave the default one there. You can also decide to choose the image embedded structure there. And you see we don't have the YouTube icon again. Right. You can also use the second one and see what it changes to if you have it like a video with a button in front of it that way. Live photo shows us a different structure too. Right. So I think I prefer the last one because it gives the user the sense of um, I feel that you actually can click the link, take them to YouTube or something. So if you have an explanatory video you want to put up, you can also put the link directly where I mentioned there here in this section. So and put up your YouTube ID here and then set it up to play to automatically play the video you have with that ID. So that could serve as your introductory video for an about page. All right, other sections we may want to set up the services and other few things there. Now, for the services, is as direct as possible. For example, you don't want the stories, don't want to talk stories while you're trying to list services. You can take out this section and just maintain the services. Or you can rename this to something else. All right, I just tried to click on Control A now and then I have all this selected that way. That's not my aim. So I'm going to just select just the section by clicking there and write our services here. Right, and then change this list to our services. So you can select a particular section just like this and change the heading. Um, let's change this to app development. we just use short form app dev, changes to view some apps. Right, you can also change the image you have here. You can select a file there and check out the different platforms that you can download illustrations from. You have Draw.io. You can check out that platform and get few illustrations from there that you can use. I think on draw.com or draw.co. So just search for Undraw on Google, and then you see a little suggestion. Okay, I think Undraw.co. So you can browse the different icons you have there, images you have there, illustrations. Now feel free to use them. Just click on browse now and then explore different things. So you can also set up your color to match your color code and paste your color code here, right? And then whatever you have that is showing there would automatically work for your view. So I could download something like this. Um, just a picture, select our folder, Wordpress class, and then put it down in the assets. So in that section now, I'm going to upload that image I just selected, just downloaded now, and we have that here. Let's see how the replacement works. So you can see the image there. Right, we have a custom image. You can also use an SVG. So here you will see the options we have to download this. We have the option to download SVG too. So we could download the SVG directly and also use. So once we download that in the right folder, we can go ahead and use that. So we'll come back here. We can also choose SVG and then go ahead and use the SVG we want. Okay. I think for the SVG option they have here, they have specific setups for that. All right. They have specific setups for that. So we're going to just maintain the structure we have, the custom image option, and then select the file you want, just like we did already, and then upload that, and do other extra setups we want to do. So once that is uploaded and we are okay with it, we can go ahead and do any other setup. There are different sizes here we can try out to see the one that matches best. Just try out different sizes that we have here, and then let's see what we can achieve with it. So, well, what we actually have is not precisely same structure we had initially. So you can go ahead and tweak this. The designer should be able to also tweak this to get you the actual view in it. Remove the background and trim out the extra spaces. So once that is done, you can go ahead and do other things. Set up the layout format, right? And have it a side-by-side layout. You also have it top bottom structure that way. Alright, and set the icon wrapper, whether the icon should be wrapped within circles, within squares, or without any wrap. You want to have some hover effects, you can also have that. So just go ahead and play around with what you have. You can also download direct icons and go ahead to use that in your design. So I'm going to just maintain what we have. Can also have only text. For example, we don't want those icons there. You can also have only text. Can also maintain the same structure for all the three views we have here. So select this. Right. Set this to only text. you have only text there. So you can have web dev here. But I advise use icons. It also gives beauty to the view. So this section you explain what you do in the service. Okay, so I normally advise you make sure that the structure of the text are same, so you don't have varying sizing for different containers. So here you set up what you want to have as your content. We build awesome apps always. For example, we make them have some structure. Here we can also do the same thing that we just did for others. Set up this to be text only. You can also have icons only though, right? And then go ahead and set up assists. All right, this is our client we set up. So we just have just this. Don't forget you can always go back and revert this to custom image or down to any other structure you want there. So if you want custom image, you can always select the image you want. There are tons of icons that you have here, so you can pick the ones you have here. Right, you have just 40 showing at the moment. Let's have other ones here. So, for example, you still have another icon here for website, for example. So just explore other things you have that are embedded with the theme, then you're good to go. So this is what we had initially. I'm going to just maintain that for now. Then we're going to analyze everything. So same section, same thing for every section. We're going to maintain icon and the image itself. We're going to set back this to custom image, and then this too. We're going to set it back to custom image too. And we have that same view. So with only text or without the text, or maybe with just icons alone, you can also have your services set up just the way you want them. Don't forget to publish once you are done with that section so you don't get to restart everything afresh, maybe due to an error or something. So once you're done with that section, it's not left for you to explore every other section. So in the next section, the next class, we're going to be talking about how to upload projects, how to upload testimonies. I will see how we can do that even directly from here and also from the theme, the dashboard of the WordPress itself. So see you in the next class.